Why me always I hear pure cooking I come from you? I don't understand.
And welcome and good night, guys. Welcome to Ep.2 Whispers. Tonight we're here and we're focused on giving you some auditory satisfaction. The entire idea behind tonight's show is making sure that we get into your mind and bring to life those desires that you've been whispering in the depths of your heart. Tonight we have with us a guest reader. We'll be introducing her shortly. And of course, we also have my very able co-host, Monasha. Monasha, tell the people a good night.
Good night, good night. I accidentally kicked myself out of StreamYard a while ago, so.
Oh, that's all right. As per usual, guys, whether or not you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube, you can easily just type your comments and we will be seeing them and able to say to you and respond to you and talk to you. So feel free to go ahead and just let us know what you're feeling and when. So welcome to Leja as well, who is our guest reader tonight, and she'll be talking to us and sharing with us some poetry and stories as we move forward and through the night. Now,
hi, Leja.
Hi.
Hey.
Oh, Brain, how you so lucky? You and two women?
I tell you, it's been a good life.
A threesome?
It's been a really, really good life. Can't complain, can't complain. So we're gonna kick it off as per usual, guys, with a sex story review. And I have an interesting one today. But then after the review, we're gonna treat you to some music to get your minds in the right place before we begin the reading. So without any further ado, let me get this review underway. Tonight, we're looking at what is considered the official cam girl sex toy. Anybody know what that is? Anybody want to guess? Dun,
I
dun,
have
dun,
no
dun,
clue
dun,
what that is.
dun. It is the Lush 2. So the Lush
Oh
2,
yes,
all
yes,
right,
yes.
Oh, yes,
you
yes,
keep seeing
yes.
that
I
little
don't know.
pink thing that's hanging
Mhm.
out, right. It's a Lush 2 and it's from Lovens. You can order it from lovens.com. It's a beautiful little Bluetooth vibrator. But what it also does in its most exciting feature is that this is like distance foreplay. If you have couples and you want to go ahead and there we go, Horace, you got it right. You want to go ahead and do distance foreplay, you can actually connect via the internet and
Mm.
actually use it to connect to your computer via Bluetooth, and your partner will connect to you via a shared app on the internet. And so he can control the vibrations from however far away he or she is. It is chiefly an internal vibrator, and by the shape of it, you can tell it's also shaped to hit that G spot upon entry. It's a really really versatile little remote. It's great for sneaking it into parties, so you can play discreetly, as well as you can set it to pick up the music, so you can actually be in a party. I talked about the club vibe last time. This can do the same thing because it is sensitive to audio. So you can set it to pick up the music, and as the bass line drops, she's getting those strong vibrations hitting her in all the right places. Um, it can be used externally because again it is a vibrator, but really and truly the power of the device comes through in internal play. Now this is a great little thing to use while your man goes down on you, so that you're getting the vibrations on the inside hitting the G spot, which is actually, as we all know, the back of the clitoris, while he's actually sucking on the clitoris. And so you have this kind of a focused pressure going on.
Jesus.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Let me take a sip of my wine.
Already? But when are you so far yet, man? But you gone to wine
Oh
already.
my God, to start the party early.
Of course. With all the stuff you have
Um,
me reading.
Trust me. And so it, it's a vibrator I personally recommend for guys to gift to girls, because I mean, if you are this works for every single type of guy. This works for the guy that is always around. This works for the guy who is not always around. I mean, just imagine that phone call in the morning. You're not sharing the same home, so you call her early in the morning at 6:30 and go, babe, just put the vibrator in before you go to work, please. You don't need to turn it on yet. We can turn it on at lunchtime. And then when that twip for lunch symbol hits you, she just sneaks off to the bathroom, flips it on, and you're spending your lunchtime trying to make her come while she's sitting at the office, twinging and shivering and trying not to let anybody see. It's great for public play.
Shades
No,
of great stuff, man.
no, but this is great for this pandemic because social
Yes,
and social distancing. We've been
And
social
social
distancing for a
distancing.
month, so maybe we should get one of these.
See, somebody
yes.
I say is COVID pandemic bringing up all of these things, Miss Wickham, and somebody else is jumping and saying, "Hey, they're ordering it right now." Um,
This is
it's a
so funny, because recently a guy actually said, "Hey, pick the color that you want for this specific vibrator," and I'm like, "Why would you even want to do that to somebody?" And I must say,
it worked. Great.
Very interesting.
Yep, yep. And I mean, in my experience, one of the most beautiful things about it is this little tail, because it is bendable. Um,
Right.
and so it's easy to actually have it be wearing it on the inside while she's in her
Mhm.
panties, if she's a panty type girl, or even we're wearing it while she's not in her panties, because you can turn the vibrator around and actually tweak the tail so that so that it's being held in place by the butt cheeks, depending on how adventurous you are. Um,
But
so
when I saw the shape, though, I'm wondering if one
mhm.
end could be a plug and the other end.
I wouldn't suggest that you put the Bluetooth end in,
Oh, that's what
because
that is.
that's where all the signals are coming from.
Okay.
Um, and
That not gonna end
like,
well.
well, it maybe will end well, but not up after extended exposure. um, this thing is crazy, by the way, and these ranges are very very real. You do get 360-degree control. Of
Wow.
course, just like any radio signal, Bluetooth does work when you're in front of it rather than behind it. Um, Listen, not in my experience of wearing it, in my experience of using the device, it's really really fun, and it gets a lot done. Um, and this is one of those things, by the way, guys, that, and I'm now talking to guys. This is one of those things, guys, that actually this is a perfect little device for play, literal play. This thing is going to help you to get her to bring her to that first orgasm that can be very, very difficult. And as we talked about when we talked about the orgasm gap, after that first orgasm, things tend to get easier,
Oh,
right?
yes.
And so if you can use your time or invest your time in using the toy, in using the environment, in using your words and so on to bring her to a place of knocking out that first one, then I mean, hey, you're three-quarters of the way towards your second.
Mhm.
Um,
I have a
and
question.
one second, later, let me just
Yeah, man.
respond to this. Does that mean that it don't pick up well during doggy style? Actually, no. It picks up well once it is not once a receiver is not placed inside anything. So once there is not something blocking the receiver, there's not something between the receiver and the device, which is usually your cell phone. It is pretty good. And I mean, for me personally, one of the sexiest things is to be talking or whispering in her ear, not in her hair, but in her ear, holding the phone close to my voice, right? Or close to my mouth while I whisper to her, and it's on sound vibration mode. And so literally my words are hitting her G spot,
Jeez.
right?
Taking another
Um,
sip.
Oy.
is there a guy version? Actually, yes, there
That's
is.
exactly what I wanted to ask.
Hmm.
But the guy version is not the version that you might be thinking. The guy version is actually
All
an
right.
anal plug. It's not a cock sleeve.
No, but that's what I
Um,
was thinking. That's an anal plug. Anal
yeah,
plug.
it's
That's what I
yeah,
was
it's an
thinking.
anal
That's
plug.
no
But
fun.
Yeah.
maybe the things I could do with that. Mm.
I know, right?
She's the upbeat. Yo, I can't manage the tone. No, you see this line here on the website that says nearly silent when inserted? Very, very true as well, right? So this is something that you can use while you're driving, playing music in the car, making it hit all her spots, and there are people in the car, it's in the same car with you in the back seat, and they'll never know. So this
Oh,
is like your ultimate play, have fun, really, really get kinky with that exhibitionist voyeurism kind of twinge that everybody has. Everybody wants that little danger of,
hmm,
ooh, maybe I get caught, right?
That's true.
But yeah, I will look into it for you, and I'll make sure that we review one a little bit later in the year. If not this year, I'll make sure that we're there by next year. Not to worry, I got
right.
you
And she said
covered.
She says it needs to be
Thank
a
you.
Bluetooth.
I got you covered. Um, I want to show this little video because it shows not only is it silent, but how powerful it is. That's water splashing out of that cup, by the way.
Dang.
Oh,
The
Right?
imagery.
All right. That's water splashing out of the cup. So this is not it's not for the lighthearted. Unlike the Vespa that we spoke about last time, which is
mm,
usually for people with more sensitive clitorises and so on, because this is an internal vibrator. It is really, really powerful. Um,
Mhm.
and as you crank it up, you feel the differences in the levels, right? And you feel everything that happens. I can, well, I can't guarantee that you feel everything that happens, but I can guarantee that it will look like she's feeling everything that happens, right?
Right.
Some of the best things about this, it's USB rechargeable, so you're not spending time on batteries and you're not getting to know the pharmacist who keeps seeing you coming to batteries. Um, she, and they be like, oh, so you're back again. Double A's, it's right.
That's too funny.
So see the
oh my
now,
God.
but these things are happening. These things are happening. I can't manage.
Oh my goodness.
Um, But yes, definitely this is not an electric toothbrush moment where, people walk past and go, what's going on? But
Shaving.
That's one of the subjects. Very quiet. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Um, and again, as per usual, I always give some of the inside tips, right? So guys, here's the thing. You see, if you ever buy this, right, here's what you do. You get her used to it being inside. So you put it inside, you have it vibrating inside, you're controlling it, you're messing around with it. And, you're just messing with the speeds, right? And she gets comfortable with that and she starts being able to anticipate what she thinks you're going to do. When you do that, when you get her to that point, then what you do is you grab the tail, right? You grab the tail and you just start moving it back and forward while you have it
Okay.
changing the speeds. Yeah. And so what you're doing now is you're actually doing that come here motion that is reputed to have all women squirting at some point in time or the other. But you're not doing it with your fingers, you're doing it with a toy, right? And because of the
Mm.
powerful vibrations of the toy, she's getting that pressure right onto the G spot, which she should find fun. Most people seem to have fun based on what I've heard. I won't talk about anything else there. So
Wop, wop, wop.
I'll just be
Get a bucket and a mop.
Yeah.
All right. So this is my recommendation for this week. You can find it at loveends.com. You can do a search for Lush 2. All right. That is Lush 2. And it's at loveends.com. And it's a beautiful gift both from a man to a woman as well as from a woman to a man, because if she looks at you, smiles, takes out the toy and gives you her phone, and you touch the phone and you see that start vibrating, that sends all kinds of messages. And it gets really, really crazy very, very, very quickly. So Loveends, Lush 2, I believe, let's take a look at what the price is real quick. I think it's about $100.
Tara, this is not granny business. I'm responding to one of the comments. So she said, my granny. No, this is not granny business. This is no.
Let's see. Let's see if I can get us the price. Yeah, $100. Right?
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. So that's my suggestion for you guys right now. And it seems like there's a 50% off sale. It ends in the next 42 minutes. To all of those people who were looking to buy it, it looks like if you were to get it right now, you'd get it for nearly $50 if you get it within the next 40 minutes. Highly recommended.
Someone asked me to repeat the website.
Repeat the website. The website is loveends.com. I'm going to post a link right now. I'm going to send it to all of our chats. And it's the Lush 2. And we're fortunate enough that there is a 50% off sale going on right now. So if you buy it during the time of the show, you'll get it for half off. All right.
Nice.
So they're paying us back for advertising for them. That's great.
Right.
So that's the sex story for you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. But if you don't, we'll move it right along into our first sessions of some cool kind of just vibing kind of music while the ladies get their voices nice and sultry to start reading for you. So
who is first again?
You are first, my dear Manisha.
I don't read, sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. But you're first there. And then from there. And yeah, so 99. All right. So have fun, guys, and we will be back with you, coming back with the reading, starting in about the next 10 or so minutes. So enjoy this music, get yourself comfortable. You might want to close that room door, yeah, so that you can get into a space of expressing love for yourself and others, because I guarantee you the content that's coming up next is going to be hot. All right, so let me just move it on over to our music and we'll get that going.
I really like your vibe. I can see it in your eyes. And I just think that I could look nicer by your side. By your side. It could be so nice. You and
And we're back. Well, we've just listened to Wait and some nice little readiness. Here we go. We're going to kick it off with Menashe with Anonymous.
Thank you. I stood there standing in my own sweat, the rain coming down, spilling its wet, juicy droplets. It stains me with its wetness. I close my eyes as it engulfs my body, soaking me in its touch, drowning me in its lips, tasting me. I'm cold and freezing in excitement. A sheet of lightning flashes, showing off my bare assets. It flashes again and again. I let the rain taste the excitement of my nipples. My joyride melts, lighting me up. It's electrifying. I raise my hands, letting the dampness of my sweat trickle down my exterior. I'm lightheaded. Yes, I know. Just melting, melting. Like spring, I was fresh, bursting like a river, ready to flow in the big, deep blue sea. I taste myself. My sweet sweat. Sweet, sweet sweat. The wetness of the rain, my sweet sweat, and bam! I open my eyes, and all eyes are on me.
Wow. Getting stuck in that COVID thing. Over to you, Leisure.
Okay. The conquered land. Your moon hangs low beneath the star-spangled sheet of the sky. The night wind, a sweet caress over sex-starved skin. Your caress, my caress. In humbled silence, fingers search in the calm before the storm. Distant thunder rumbles at the sleeping root of our loins. The first stone falls. The primal pull of a great gravitational force, the planets that orbit until we collide, lips and flesh, tongue and breath, our voices find no power here yet. For in the belly of our seething mantles, heat rises from our fissures, beg to lay bare, hungry for touch, like the first pitter-patter of rain upon a drought-ridden earth, the soil of our skin receptive. Fingers search uncharted territory, grasping buttocks, the loins awake over the soft curve of heaving breasts, like ripening fruit they bud. The still air scented with desire, your name whispered like a siren's spell, kisses like cannons fire against your defenses. Words softly spoken, rain arrows down your on your inhibitions. The feel of your velvet soft, growing urge, swelling against the goddess's trigger, sweet sap oozing from the quivering root, the second stone falls. Your hands like fog rolling over my hills, a she-wolf growl of ecstasy, a lips as lips suckle the erogenous yearning buds, flicking fingertips like wing beats in the dark. The night flower blossoms. Fingers wander downwards over the dunes of your belly. In the road, heavy fruit growing ripe. Fingers stroking, teasing, grasping, ardent embrace quicken. The quivering of your manhood hardening in my grip. The third stone falls. A wall gives way. Soft thighs frame the doorway to bliss. Like an eclipse, your moon enters the light of my sun, warm and wet as a rainforest in summer. Bodies bent, contorted, palm trees in hurricane. Our bodies, like tectonic plates, collide, slipping rhythmically to the frequency of our desire. Now, I lay siege to your defenses. Like wind and rain and sleet and hail, I will fall upon the landscape of your body, my fingers carving new furrows from your sweat to fall. My words like sweet cannon fire, the walls crumble. I ride bare naked upon your saddle, inserted, throbbing, rubbing against the candid, wet walls of my well. It
Right.
twitches, bewitched between each grind from this bitch. Heat. I feel heat. I feel your heat rising, howling, hungry. The canyons of your mind echo with the roar of your impending orgasm, a glorious sensation begging to be held forever. But I give you release. The waves of my ocean crashing against your granite hard erection. The crescendo of thunder as your body erupts in splendid fulmination. A wild, bucking animal beneath my thighs. The aftershocks rack your muscles raw. Uncontrollable pulsations ripple the sweet sap of release, wriggling and pumping inside. The throbbing monolith is quelled. I ride victorious upon the conquered beast, a glacier breaking. You collapse into the sea of sheep. A Cheshire cat, wicked grin across your glistening, breathless visage, and I survey the aftermath of a land conquered, gates open, and walls of crumbling stone. Your kingdom is mine, your face, a fitting throne for a goddess to sit.
Oh, have mercy.
You're welcome.
Where, brain, where is the applaud, man? Come on.
Push man, them they busy.
Man, this one got me, though. This one got me.
Oh, mm,
Mm.
Very nicely read, Leisure.
good.
You're welcome, Britt. Welcome. And thank
Um,
you.
yes, definitely, definitely. We're going to be moving right along because I noticed there are no comments coming in because everybody's hands are busy. So
Apparently.
let's not
Yeah, you're welcome.
let's not break too long. Moving right along into the next one.
Okay, let me just get my AC on.
The mahogany
And
desk.
yes, and ladies and gentlemen, you're going to want to get comfortable. This is a story. And gentlemen, if you need to get some lotion out, ladies, some lubricant. I don't know. This is called the mahogany desk. It was such a warm Monday morning. I had a bad shit of a weekend. And on top of that, the batteries to my nice pink sparkly jackrabbit died. So I was super frustrated too. I placed my bag down at my simple but neat desk and watched in horror as my phone fell on the carpeted floor and slid smoothly under my desk. Can this day get any worse? Kneeling quickly, I reached as far as I could before I heard a voice.
Good morning, Driana. What seems to be the problem?
Still on my knees, I peeked up at my boss as he looked down at me.
It's inappropriate for you to be that way in the office. Get up, man.
He sounded much more upset about it than he should be, but I responded with a, "Yes, boss." Hey, maybe his weekend wasn't as ideal either, I thought to myself. Still on my knees, I noticed how much taller he was and that my mouth was aligned almost exactly with his crotch.
Well,
He said. "Oh, yes," I said. I forgot I was still on my knees and got up quickly. The movement forced my left heel to get stuck in my office chair. I started falling and as it happened, grabbed onto his pants waist to steady myself. He stepped back as if burned.
hmm,
I let out a huge sigh. My day was not going well at all. It was time for my meeting with him, and I was already embarrassed about what had happened earlier. I sat without staring into his eyes. I, how could I, after that clumsy display?
Driana, I have a project for you.
He said with authority.
My desk is far too outdated, and I need a new one ASAP.
As his secretary, it was my duty to assist with his every whim. But to change the lovely mahogany desk that had such a shiny finish, sitting in his office for the last 7 years, was almost a crime.
That will be all.
As he dismissed me, I stared at his desk, beautiful chestnutty color, peeking out and sighed. Yes, boss, I said. As I was getting up, my pen fell and rolled under his desk, and I quickly bent down to pick it up.
Driana, what is it about you and desk today?
I bit my lip and stumbled clumsily into my chair, afraid again to look at him. I couldn't afford to I couldn't afford to seem incompetent now. I just got the job a month ago and didn't want to lose it.
Open your legs.
I thought I was hearing things, so I said, "What?" He knelt and looked into my eyes.
You've been bending over in that short dress all morning. Do you know that's against company policy? Now open.
I opened my legs, and he groaned.
No panties, Dre.
Before I could fully understand what was really happening, he had his mouth feasting on my moist flesh. I forgot entirely who he was to me, who he was supposed to be, and grinded my pussy hard against his mouth. Was his door soundproof? I held his head lightly as he devoured my wet pussy. Watching him lick and feed on my juices turned me on. I felt the first wave of an orgasm as he moaned with my clit resting on his tongue.
Mmm. Fuck. You taste so fucking good. You're such a cock tease, you fucking bitch.
Those words worked me up fast. Did he just call me a bitch? I got up to his full height. He got up to his full height, grabbed my ponytail, and forced me to stand, craning my neck to look into his eyes.
Come here, girl. I'm gonna fuck out your pussy on the desk, girl. You go on. You seem to have this desk fetish, and I'm going to fix that for you now.
I could barely breathe. He turned me around, ponytail in hand, laid me across his desk, and viciously grabbed my hips. With my head held back, he whispered in my ears.
I am going to make you wish you could scream out loud. You better shut the fuck up if you don't want nobody hear you.
I'm sorry. With my ass in the air, my pussy draining on his desk, he slid his cock deep inside me, stretching me out.
Fuck.
He said as he felt my cunt contracting from a second orgasm. He felt so damn good and right inside me, drenched in my juices and deep in the warmth of my pussy. What was I even doing right now? My boss's office was not entirely hidden away from the public, yet here I was, bent over years of furniture spray, recent paperwork, and sticky notes. He was increasing his stroke speed, and I could hear his breathing changing. It was faster. Suddenly, I felt a small pain in my head as he wrapped my hair around his hand and pulled at my head.
Focus.
He said through gritted teeth. Somehow, the way he said that one word made me know something else was coming. He let go of my hair, and for a moment I felt a small relief. That was before I felt his hand pushing my face down sideways, flat on his desk. He grabbed my throat with his left hand and my hips with the other.
Hold on by the desk, bitch.
He whispered harshly. I could only comply. The way he said it sounded as if a tornado was on its way, and I was the only building to wreck in sight. I was in mid inhalation when he started increasing the speed of every stroke and deepened the depth of his cock inside me. My breast pressed against his wood desk, and his hood pressed against my womb. My treacherous pussy gripped and milked every stroke, and I bit my lip to quiet my too loud moans.
I see your focus now, you fucking bitch. Pretending like you don't like this cock up in your pussy. Yo, tell me for fuck you out. Fucking tell me.
Fuck me, please, he pulled out, using the tip of his shaft, now creamy from my second orgasm, to barely trace the inside of my clit.
You like it, don't you? I could just tell. I saw it in your eyes from our first interview. Tell me to fuck you out, Dre.
Fuck me again. He pulled on my head using my ponytail. What's up with him and my damn hair? He was pulling me down. I landed roughly on my knees before he shoved his pipe down my throat. Tears welled up in my eyes when the first stroke hit the back of my esophagus.
Suck my cock clean, Dre. And you better not fucking gag.
He said, as he fucked my mouth hard and fast. What could I do? As I sucked, I leaned forward slightly and started to rub my pussy. My folds were already very wet, and I wanted to badly come again. I was so near. I inserted my lovely purple polished fingernail inside my slit and was pumping it in and out with the same rhythm he was fucking my mouth. I felt my next orgasm welling up even more inside me. Oh my fucking god. Knock, knock. We didn't hear it. We were too immersed. We
Oh
were too
god.
immersed.
Oh god, I'm fucking coming.
He couldn't even finish the sentence. I guess in hindsight, I did hear someone knocking on and choose to ignore it. Also, saying come or any word close to come wasn't the ideal thing to utter with someone outside waiting on you to tell them to enter your office. The HR manager walked in and froze. Picture it. I was on my knees, his dick was in my mouth, and he was still fucking it. Hard. He glanced up and saw her. Didn't even stop for a second as he held my head tightly in place for 5 more seconds, and then pumped his warm cum down my throat. What could I do? I had to swallow it. Where else was it going to go? I relaxed in bliss before it fully hit me that his door was open and someone was standing there. I froze. I literally knelt there and didn't move. Was it shock? Embarrassment? The thought of losing my job that kept me frozen to the spot? She still hadn't spoken, and I was waiting for the reprimand, the damnation, and the sure to come right up.
Juliana, get up off the floor and lock the door.
Huh? Confusion in my eyes.
Listen, if I have to say this one more fucking time, you know what? Exit my office while they're at it.
He said, annoyed. Was I about to lose my job? Everyone knows they always fire the lower level first. I wiped my mouth clean, pulled down my dress, and scampered to get out. I had to leave before she called me in a meeting that would see me being disgraced and out of a job. I gingerly started closing his door when I heard her say, "You couldn't wait 1 month to fuck your secretary. 1 month?"
Yo, shut the fuck up, Mayor. As a matter of fact, better yet, keep your mouth open and get on your fucking knees. I'm ready for my round too.
He gruffly responded. I heard a shuffle, and she said, "Yes, boss." I sat neatly into my leather chair and started on the expenses. The end.
Oh my.
Closer, closer, closer. A little closer, closer from the last one. I try to play you, baby. It's more than that. I'm looking for a good vibration. Try to celebrate, but ain't no celebrations here. Tryna get paid, yeah. I don't got patience for real. Out in LA, MIA, touch of temptation. Real sweet girl, Sade. I'm not here to play. I know you want it all, but I can't keep it all the way. Yeah, yeah. Shawty celebrate, yeah. Shawty celebrate for me. Shawty celebrate, yeah. I know you got a situation, girl. You did something, and you keep running back to him, and he gon' do the same. Get a little closer, closer, closer. Get a little closer, closer from the last one. Get a little closer, closer, closer. Get a little closer, closer from the last one. You don't need to act so shady. Just sex so baby. Hey, I can text you daily, so if it gon' make you crazy, girl. Yeah. Forget about the problems, girl. Don't think. Nothing for the two, like drink, drink, drink. If you are my own girl, ring, ring, ring. Me now, now. Get a little closer, closer, closer. Get a little closer, closer from the last one. Get a little closer, closer, closer. Get a little closer, closer from the last one. Get a little closer, closer, closer. Get a little closer, closer from the last one. Get a little closer, closer, closer. Get a little closer, closer from the last one. I try.
Hi guys.
Yes, yes.
Hope you enjoyed that as much as we did.
Oh, yes.
Hell yes. Like, seriously, I could not stay still.
Wow, that's serious, man.
Yes, yes. Very
Reading that was fun. Reading that was fun.
yes.
All right. So just to look at what you guys have been saying, that's been listening. Somebody said not a drop for waste. We're not going to talk about that. Somebody asked, so did she get the promotion?
Probably not.
You know, and
You're
but
idiot.
and I see somebody cussing here, so I go on. Should we done the story too quick? But you know, I do ladies want to talk about just this one comment, especially since it was, you know, tied up with something else. Because even though that last story was hot and very, very bothersome, it does bring us very, very close to this little thing right here. So
Yeah.
and I would love us to, despite the mood that we're in, just to um, confirm that we're not one of the things, we're not pushing this idea of sexual harassment. Yeah, man, the sister, the comments are burn up to me. But we'll just make sure say we'll put it out there that we're not into sexual
Oh,
harassment. This is one, entirely fictional, and two, obviously a situation where the players are
Consensual.
communicating otherwise and actually very consensual. I don't think it was an expression of power from the boss, but
of
that's what
course
she
it was.
wanted it to be.
It's just role play.
Yeah, you know,
You know.
it was great. It was great. But for real though, who ever fucked in the office? If you fucked in the office, raise your hand.
You
Leisure, you
can't
can't
see
raise
my
your hand.
Oh, bad.
Who mash up them office desk? We know it might not be mahogany, but
No, no.
No, never mash up no furniture, but things
you know,
going
mash
on.
up furniture. Tell you,
You fog up the glass though.
you fuck up the glass in
Yeah,
the
the glass is
office.
kind of foggy. Yeah.
Jano, I saw that. Yo.
Or
It was,
someone asking if
it
this was
was
my story. Oh no. If it was my story, I would be the one doing the fucking.
Look at the hands going up, man. Well, all right, all right. And so, you know, Munashe, this is the part that I love, you know. So all these hands going up. You don't think we should hear a second story?
I think so.
I think we should hear a second story. Um, who has a
Get it
story
from
that
the
they'd
one
like to
who
share us?
mash up the desk. We want it from the one who mash up the desk.
The one who mash up the desk. Who said
Or
they
the
mash up the
chair.
desk? Me never see that part about mash up the desk. Right, sure. Me there put in that part there. You see somebody say I like them can't raise them hand.
no.
All right. See, we have a returning guest saying there's no shame in his game. So we'll just send him the little the link right about now and have him join us to share with us just a little quick story of some
While you
action in the office.
while you're bringing him in, you can read Buckle's comment.
Let's see
So
what
you drop
going
off at the table or the work.
on. Right. How they drop off?
Him say him drop off for the work. Someone there for the work or the work him drop off.
And the work, man. You've never heard it.
Him never leave a girl for laughing to scan.
Oh gosh. You know I've done that before? Like laugh a man to scorn.
Oh yeah.
Because
Wow.
you never
Well, I'm evil that way, so yeah.
yeah, I was like, what are you doing?
Yo, that's evil then.
I'm sorry, I was terrible.
Yes, that's terrible. That's really
Yeah,
terrible.
I'm evil that way, so yeah. Nah.
Well, we'll on there. You see, people are calls. Oh, who named Steve? Who could have named Steve in this place? I don't know who you're talking to, my friend. Ain't no shame in my game. All right, so we've sent you over the link for for you to come and join us and share with us. But you know, it's definitely a night where we are hoping to. Is that my beautiful Leisure getting audio there, or is that not sure?
I'm sorry. My
Not
All
me.
right,
apologies.
all right.
My apologies.
So we're hoping to have somebody join us right before we wrap up towards the end of the night. We are happy to see that and I'm hoping you guys like this. Tell me, did you like tonight? Was tonight good for you? Did we get it right this time around?
Did we redeem ourselves?
hmm Did we redeem ourselves from the last time? Um, how would you like us to, add to this show? Because we really do want to. This is all about you. I'm gonna bring in.
Huh?
I'm gonna bring in our guest. But I really do want you guys to tell us more about what's happening tonight. But
Hey, yo,
entering the
yo,
stage
baby.
with a baby.
You're
I,
killing the vibes, man.
I guess that was the
Sorry.
I'm
office.
Hey, me,
sorry that
man.
something
This,
happened.
this,
Okay.
this is my little princess, man.
Hello, young one. I don't think Daddy wants you to hear this story though, because it might involve you in some way, shape, or form.
She's a good man. She's not big English yet, bro.
All right. Feel free, sir. We are now. Our ears are now your ears.
So what am I supposed to say? Cause I want to remember to be
That
late to the party,
no
I
no
go on this
problem.
one.
All right. So you raised your hand that you had sex in the office, and so now since you volunteered, we want to hear that story.
Oh, see? So it was a dark, stormy night, yeah?
No matter what it.
Why not say them no more? It's finished.
Alright. And I realizing, them time them used to work out at airport,
No. You're not for
That
calling him. You're not for calling him.
Eh? No, but
You don't
I
have to
can't
call.
name bro
All right.
G.
Okay.
No worry, I said, but I'm overstand the thing, man. So anyway, me used to work out at airport. No shame in that. So when I work with a specific company, yeah. So I don't know, two intern come. Two of them did a check the done them time. Cause you don't know flavor they did. I'm not like. Them time them was a wild child. So you don't know one of them in particular, did a take to the likings, but you don't know sometimes we just throw a bone and see somebody we take on. Cause we are say, remember
Trouble or
said that
trouble there.
yeah, what kind of bro? But I'm getting there, bro.
Sorry.
So yeah, so so all the places set, right? It did have like this, what I call it now, like for specific passengers, it had a what I call it
Special
now, like a
place.
little, yeah,
Right.
where them could shower and all them things if they want to. So you don't know as a G in a thing long time, we always used to look around and see how the camera them set. So I make sure I look and I realize it have some dead spot. Come I spend a manager office and look for that camera them and see a dead spot. Anyway, moving on. So now one day I just throw the book and she say, and I say, we could do it now. I say, so where we gonna do it? I say, wrong so me now, true, you watch only for movie, I say, here you gonna do. You go walk around there like you got a female bathroom. And then when you go through the door for the female bathroom, just itch up on the wall closest to your left and slide go in a shower room.
Boy, you plan
And
this, man.
and then yeah man, where you say bro? And then after that we say yo. And then we follow him about 5 minutes after. So she actually go do the thing that day. She just go some roops and go around there. And then the little go on easy. Then we just go and get out like go so luckily in where we were was busy that day,
Right.
So so I go around there and when we go in there now, when you look on them one another like I say, yo, so
This real.
what do we do? What do we do? You know what I'm saying? Hey, what girl now that's just go and just throw me against the door. I don't know if she watch one too much porn, bro. And she just drop out the dog and just and just start throw a tune on the microphone,
Sure.
Yeah,
I like the radio worthiness
Okay.
of the way you say that.
Yeah, man. She just
Other
yeah, man. Yeah, me don't know, cause true me have a little belly. So me don't know if she did try give me one lady sauce, a little belly rubber dub, but a back shot chill up. So me just answer. So You don't know who am I not to want to rebut. You
Step
know,
up, sir.
clash,
Step
a
up.
clash tune, yeah, man, a clash tune, man. So you
Hmm.
don't know. So after that, though, we just put a flicker over like a dollar kind of thing. Boop and turn it round, and then after that, you don't know. I do only have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, hundreds, that
All
thousands.
right. All
That's
right. All
RJ
right.
still. Okay,
Mm-hmm,
continue.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, man. But remember, I said, bear in mind, they are work, you know, so you can't
Yeah.
go
So,
like
so,
you
so,
want to
so you have
turn
to,
away, you know.
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
man.
So yeah.
Yes,
So
man.
you have to do what you have to quick and run.
Yeah, but here
All
we're
right.
going. It wasn't that
One
quickie.
move.
It was a medium me.
All right. All right. All right. I
Yeah,
understand you.
yes,
Them
yeah,
kind of
you
risk
know.
you run at work. All right.
Brother, yo, man, I tell you, say, me live a wild life, brother. That's why I am a blessed child. As I know, God has taken me through my time. Anyway,
All
moving
right.
on.
So
So
moving
here's the
right
sweet
along.
part. So here's the sweet
Thank you for
part of
your.
the
Oh, street
So
part.
you
All
know,
right. Cool.
well, here's the sweetest part of it, even though it's not sexual or anything. I was able to actually have a shower. We had a shower, so you don't know. So we just
Yep.
go take
Yep.
off
Yep.
and take
Yep.
My
shower.
God.
Yes, one quick
All
shower,
right,
bro.
all right, all right, all right. So thank you very much for that little story. It does bring us to that minute. I they drop you out that Dre. Thank you very much. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
man,
All right,
big up
bless.
Monash, bro.
Yeah, man. Guys, thank you for joining us tonight. It was
How
really
come I don't
enjoyable.
hear nobody talk about my little readings? I don't hear nobody say nothing about it.
Of course, you these
Oh,
people
yeah.
they were too
Hold
busy.
on. You know, somebody have to take a sip of wine. It couldn't talk.
Yeah, that's how no, me attack other people there.
So hold on there. If the host whose hand not supposed to be busy are busy
Oh,
up them hand, what do you think everybody else did that? You
Oh,
don't
oh,
understand
she
me.
was busy reading, so she never see the comments because somebody said then go and get them lotion.
You gotta
And one other
understand.
person did say what? Me don't remember, but read the
sorry,
comments after, man.
me couldn't see them comment them.
Yeah,
Sorry.
man.
My
Yeah,
bad.
man. Everybody they hot and bothered. No worry.
All right, thank you, y'all.
Um. So thanks guys again for coming by. This was Whispers. Again, we are always open to your feedback and about how we can do this better. Next week, Thursday at 5 p.m., you will see a drop from the Evolved Punani once more. And then the following Thursday, we actually do the art of kissing in the talk show. So for all
Yes.
of those people who feel say them can make woman come from just kissing them. But I should
Yes,
warn you, I should warn you, when we
it's
talk
a
about the art of kissing, we are talking about using all lips on all lips. So
yeah.
um, there's much ado to come 2 weeks from now in the Twip Twip live talk show. And then next month, this time, every third Thursday, we do another Whispers, where we read literotica, poetry, stories, confessions, and listen to you. And we hope to continue our sex story reviews and play some good music for you to listen to. So, with that said, guys, we are out for tonight, and we see you in 2 weeks' time. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
Roll that switch side, sip that wine. Come on, shout it. Let's just vibe, rock your body side to side. Yeah, side to side, rock your body side to side. Yeah, side to side, rock your body side to side. Feel thrown in your cup, man. Hey, what's shouty with the big butt name? A long weekend, I'll be geeking. I hope this don't change. He feeling sick. She about to throw up, man. It's all good. You really need to slow up, man. But I ain't gonna judge you and tell you you should grow up, man. It's an all free bar. Ain't no hold up, man. Step your pull up game and pull up, man. Shouty, why you playing? Put that drink up in your hand. Yeah. She sipping it slow, ready to smoke. She beautiful, yo. Nigga, you know. I'm motivated, they saying I'm overrated, degrading the flow I'm making. They say that I'm saturated, but it doesn't matter, yo matter, it doesn't matter. I'm chilling here with this matter, we puffing that purple matter. That's beside, sip that wine, come on, shout it. Let's just vibe, rock your body side to side, yeah. Side to side, rock your body side to side, yeah. Side to side, rock your body side to side. It's been a minute, no really, it's been a minute. Got a glass full of liquor and maybe some venom in it. Throw a little bit of sugar and maybe a lemon in it. She like, Donio, you tripping, you always be trying to get it. Well, if I can get it, then shawty, you know I'm with it. If I can't, then forget it. It's cool, we can just kick it. Go ahead and roll up with that Swiss, I'ma pull up, you some food. Look, babe, I'm a crook, babe. Can't you tell by the words in the hook, babe? I'm just trying to treat you like the bait on a hook, babe. Reeling in the fishes, yeah, shawty, I'm vicious. You looking delicious, so dandy. I'm just trying to get you up out of them panties. I'm just trying to get you however I can get you. Got me hard as a missile, I really wish you. Roll that side, sip that wine. Come on, shout it. Let's just vibe, rock your body side to side, yeah. Side to side, rock your body side to side, yeah. Side to side, rock your body side to side. Roll up them bushes, pull up that glass. I see them looking, but I'm not mad. Shouty, you bad. Look at your ass. Ain't let your hair down. Shout it, relax. Roll it. Won't you go ahead and roll it? Yeah. Hey, shout it. I know you wanna kick it. I know you wanna kick it. I know you wanna kick it. Roll that side, roll that Swiss. Sip that wine, sip that wine. Come on, shout it, come on, shout it. Let's just vibe, rock your body side to side, yeah. Side to side, side to side,